Hey guys, I did try drawing with a dip pen, and I will be honest, I almost gave up on my first attempt. But I pushed through, and in the end, I learned some really valuable lessons. So today I want to share with you the 5 lessons I learned with this experience. Number 1, start with what you have. I didn't own a proper dip pen for illustration. The only one I had was an old calligraphy nib from college, like 7 years ago. Not the ideal tool at all, but the urge to try was stronger. And honestly, sometimes the wrong tool is just enough to get you started. Number 2, frustration is part of the process. At first, it was awful. The ink wasn't flowing. I had to flip the nib upside down to make it work. But if I had stopped it right there, I would have missed the whole experience. The beginning always feels clumsy, so breathe, keep going, and see where it leads. It will pay off. So be patient. Number 3, every tool has its own strength. What surprised me was the firmness. The nib scratches the paper. It's a really good sensation, It gives me a super precise straight lines. Not really precise because it was hard to control the ink. But it gives me also a beautiful thickness variation. That texture adds so much dynamism. When you are completing the drawing, you can see how it's turning out with time, and it is something none of my regular pens can reproduce. And the ink sinks deep into the paper, leaving this incredible rich black that I loved it. I really, really loved that effect, that deep black that we can see in the art. Number 4, mistakes become part of the drawing. Unlike digital, there is no Ctrl Z. Too much ink, thicker lines that I wanted, all of that become part of the artwork. At first it was frustrating, but it also teaches patience, You learn to improvise, to accept the accidents, and sometimes even turn into happy little wins. And number 5, limits fuel creativity. In the end, I grabbed a brush pen to fill in some solid shadows, but most of the work was done with the dip pen, and that's when it hit me. Limitations actually push you to be more creative. When the tool resists you, it forces you to find new paths, and that's where a lot of magic happens. So yeah, the experience turned out way better than I expected. I want to try this with a proper nib, but even with my old college one, I already learned so much. If you feel curious about trying something new, don't wait for the perfect tool, for the perfect moment. Just start, stick with it, and trust the process. Before I go, I just want to add this. Even though the pen gave me such great results, I believe part of this was because I already had a solid penciling base. Still, I could have ruined everything, and yet, even with the mistakes, I was happy with the outcome. Like I mentioned it before, this technique gives such a deep black and a unique line texture that adds incredible dynamism. So take the risk, even if it means possible messing up your drawing. Experimentation is an essential part of art, and trusting yourself often leads to unexpected results. And here's the funny part. After I started editing this video, it actually took me a long time to build up the courage to finish. I wasn't satisfied with certain details, especially with the narration. Even though I wanted to try this more relaxed format, my perfectionist got in the way. I stalled and took way too long to release it. For me, this is a constant struggle, and even after saying all those things in the video about taking risks and letting go, I still froze up in editing. But if this video reached you, it means that today I took a step forward. So drop a comment and let me know what you think of these ideas, of this format, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd love to keep sharing more art and thoughts from my journey as an artist. Cheers! See you!